friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and recently today I spent like most of the day testing out Grievous and trying to see where he works, where he fits. And as you saw in my previous video, I do have a feeling that I know exactly where he fits. And while he can make the climb in arena, that's not where he's going to be most effective, most useful. So today, this made me wonder if Grievous isn't the droid leader that we've been looking for, is there a droid leader already in the game that is solid? Now, if you watch Cubs Fan Han, you saw JTR using Droideka, and he did a great job, right? It's a solid team. But one of the things that I tested out was HK-47 in his current state with the rest of the reworked Separatists. Now, I tried this against a Revan with Ezra. I tried this with a Revan with both Yodas. I tried this with Revan against both Yoda and General Kenobi, and it was really interesting. Now, I will say, right now, this team is modded as a defensive team, right? It's modded with health and with a ton of protection. It doesn't have critical chance, and that's, I think, the interesting part. It needs to be modded very differently than any other team that we've seen before. Now, I kind of like that because, again, it does free us up for using our speed mods on other characters. We don't have to now negotiate between who gets what mod. Now we can just be a little more open with it. Now in this video, HK-47 again goes out pretty fast, but well, the nice thing about him is, you know, he comes back and or if he dies, he comes back pretty quickly, and that's kind of the important part, right? And so what I do here is I start by attacking General Kenobi, and then I move on to, once I get Revan's, you know, savior ability down, I move on to Jolee, because Jolee I really don't like. I mean, he's a solid character in Revan. He's actually a great character, but when I'm facing him, I don't care for him at all. But once I take out Jolee, I then go back and I take out Yoda, because Yoda's another one of those characters that I don't care for, because if I can put a buff immunity on General Kenobi to where he's not taunting me, then I can attack whoever I want, which is great. I love that. If that buff immunity doesn't land on Kenobi, I'm forced to attack him. And I think most of the time, if I can't get the buff immunity to land, then what happens is I lose the battle. If I can get Kenobi to be buff immune, then I can take out Jolee Bindo. I like to go Jolee than Yoda because Jolee is so much more frustrating to fight, and then Yoda is just a punk because he keeps taking your buffs and giving them to the rest of his team. It's super frustrating. Then it's just a matter of who can I kill next. In this battle I take out Kenobi, then I go through and get Revan, because again, Revan's another one. Revan, he just sucks. You don't want him to attack, but I'm able to win. What's interesting is you have all of these helps, all of these additional supports from the B1. You have B2 taking off the buffs. You have buff immunity being thrown on. This is a really interesting setup. Now, I haven't played around with this nearly enough. I just went through and I played, I think, 6 to 10 battles, just trying this out. Here I'm actually fighting Revan, Jolee, Bastila, Kenobi, and Juhani. It is a fully geared, fully maxed out Juhani. Super frustrating because it's got that double taunt. But again, here what I do is I'm able to take out the savior ability, which again, super, I hate it. I really, really do. I'm able to put Kenobi to a point where he's not, I don't have to worry about him, right? I'm doing a ton of damage. I'm all over the place, but it's solid. And the way that I end up winning this, I take out I take out Revan first, then Jolee, then Kenobi, Bastila, and finally Juhani. I think there's going to be a lot of places for Juhani. I think she's an interesting character that may not have gotten the pizzazz that she would have or should have gotten. Granted, this isn't necessarily the full-on team, but again, HK-47 doesn't have a rework yet, right? We haven't seen an HK-47 rework, and so what I'm thinking is that when HK-47 does get his rework, he is going to be the droid leader, the droid meta that people have been wanting. Now, we did see in, I believe it was a photo from, I don't even know where it was, but you saw an image of HK-47 with one Zeta. So we know, or we can speculate that a rework is coming. And it is very possible that HK-47 is not only going to be the beneficiary of an amazing rework, but he's also going to be the thing that puts the rest of the droids over the top. Now, maybe he's not going to be perfect, or maybe he's not going to be great with the Separatists, because I do think that this Separatist faction has been built around the Grievous rework. But who does that leave us? I think it leaves us a number of really important characters. I think maybe even a number of very underused characters. I think we'll see a resurgence with T3. I think we'll see IG-86. It's very possible that L337 will make I don't want to like her because of the book. It's hard for me to find a droid pompous, but I did. And arrogant. L337 is pompous and arrogant, and I don't necessarily care for her character. Now, that's her character, that's the way she's written, and I think they wrote her that way, and super effective for the character. But I think it's very possible that we'll see a resurgence of some of these characters, some of these droids that we haven't really gotten a lot of use out of. I think T3 is definitely going to be working with HK-47 very closely. I think L337 might make a show. IG-86 is also likely, and maybe we could see something with the Jawas being thrown in there. I don't rightly know. It'll really depend on how it all works, but I am excited, and I do think that HK-47 is going to be, or likely to be, the character that we need for a droid meta. Now, it's completely speculation. If rumor has it, his rework should be coming out anytime in the next 2 weeks. If we get something for the Sith, this is the last week of February, so it is possible that we could see something in and around those lines. If that's the case, could he be the meta that we've wanted? I think it's possible, guys. I really do. And I think he's going to be everything that Grievous isn't. Not to say that I don't like Grievous. I do think that Grievous is a solid character. I just think Grievous has his purpose. And I think HK-47 is going to have a different one. And it is very likely that HK-47 is going to be more effective. I'd like to see something with that whole, like, the battle droid army. I'd like to see that with maybe an HK-47, maybe not to the same extent, because I don't think it should be to the same extent, but it would be cool. There's still a lot of rumors out there. There's still a lot of thoughts out there. What do you guys think? Is an HK-47 rework coming? If it comes, do you think it'll be part of the meta, and specifically the droid meta? Leave a comment in the section below. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think. Join us on Instagram, Discord, Twitter, Going Nerdy, anywhere I can be found, which is like I'm at a lot of places. And let's talk, guys. Let's chat about this. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. As always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.